Pro Football Talk has a little bit of a little tidbit here about LeBron James's potential future because there were rumors about him retiring. He said he needs to think about it. And also there was a betting line, a sports book that came up with odds for the next team LeBron could be on. The Lakers are the favorites, and then the second highest odds are actually for him to retire. But third best odds are the Cavs. You would go back to Cleveland. But lo and behold, tied with the Knicks and Heat is the Warriors. And now it doesn't seem that odd for LeBron James to maybe be on the Warriors because in August, I believe, LeBron James on his show talked about, besides his son, the only other player LeBron wants to play with, and that was Steph Curry. He's actually been campaigning to sort of team up with Steph at some point for a couple of years now. And I have sort of, put together a potential trade that honestly makes a lot of sense with how each of their seasons concluded. So this is what I brought up as a trade. The Warriors get LeBron James. The Lakers get Moses Moody, Jonathan Kuminga, and Andrew Wiggins.
Whoa.
Think about it.
It's quite a bit to give up.
Think about it. The Lakers, they need a starting guard, or at least some sort of depth from the guard. Dennis Schroeder ain't great. D'Angelo Russell had a very poor postseason. And you have Austin Reeves, who actually showed he's a pretty great player for the Lakers. I think he'll get a starting job. But we're talking about now, by the way, he wants a big payday as well. I don't know if the Lakers will give him that. They should, but we'll have to see. Moses Moody wasn't exactly the player the Warriors at least expected to. And Jonathan Kuminga, he barely played in the playoffs. It's like they didn't even want to use him because they don't trust him. Now, I would have put Jordan Poole in here instead of Moses Moody, but I thought the Warriors, they may need to give up Jordan Poole, and then I would swap him out for Moses Moody. And then Andrew Wiggins is your wing defender, which they didn't really have. Malik Beasley was supposed to be your guy. He just didn't play. He wasn't all that great. You have Vanderbilt. He was all right. But Andrew Wiggins gives you the offense and defense you're looking for and consistency, which I think the Lakers need more of because you don't know what you're getting with their role players. And that was honestly large part why the Lakers lost the series was the Denver role players outplayed the Lakers role players. So I think this makes a lot of sense here. Now, it may be overkill, but it's LeBron James. He averaged damn near 30 points a game in the regular season. He was near a triple-double in the playoffs. So you're telling me I think this would be great. And it seems like, and people are going to probably be asking me, oh, you're going to give up your future. The Warriors are going to give up their future. Steve Kerr already said that they want to move forward with Steph, Clay, and Draymond. They don't care about the future. They don't, honestly, it seems like they don't like Jordan Poole. Draymond Green, we know for sure doesn't like Jordan Poole.
Punched him out.
Curry and Clay seem to be, disgruntled with Jordan Poole at sometimes, trying to help him, and Jordan Poole's just shoving him off. So I think what we're going with here is you want to try to win championships. This is all on Steph's timeline. That's the thing. It's all on Steph's timeline. When Steph goes, the Warriors are going to go back to being a sub 500 team and probably going to go back to the lottery. That's the truth of it. We're just waiting on Steph to retire, Clay to move on, Draymond Green to move on. Steph's 35. Clay and Draymond are each 32 or 33. You put in a 38-year-old going to be 39 in year 21. He still could play. We know that. And you go top heavy, sort of what the Suns are doing right now, and you should have a higher level of consistency and drive. And besides, LeBron and Steph are happy.
I'd say the only reason they might do that is they're just going for the championship. They're thinking about just next year, right? Because they'll make them. Wouldn't they? They'd probably be the oldest team in the league.
Absolutely,
right? They're already one of the oldest teams, right?
Yeah.
So this will put them over the top in terms of being old.
I think the Heat with Udonis Haslem and Kevin Love in his advanced age, I think they got a couple old guys that put them at least in the top three. But I think the Warriors would be one of the oldest teams, especially if they get off of Moses Moody and Kuminga, who reach very low 20s. And Andrew Wiggins is about mid 20s as well. So it would make them probably the oldest team.
If I were the Lakers, I'd take that trade you offer. Right? Andrew Wiggins is in there.
Andrew Wiggins is a very consistent, great player for the Warriors, and he cares about his system. I think Darvin Ham has a very intelligent system, and I think that would be a great fit. Kuminga gives you the athleticism and the youth you may be looking for. And also, you need a guard that could give you some decent minutes. Now, Moses Moody wasn't what the Warriors were expecting, but maybe he could be good on the Lakers. We're not too sure.
Yeah. Well, LeBron is also the biggest name and almost one of the, if not the biggest name in the history of basketball, one of the biggest names, one of the top three names, right? So to give him up from a marketing standpoint might not be the best thing. I'm sure the Lakers will try to retain him.
I agree, and once again, the odds favorite is the Lakers.
They probably would listen to trades, but it's going to have to be a very good trade offer for them to give up on LeBron.
If you're the Lakers GM, Rob Pelinka, are you listening saying, hey, we'll get off LeBron, or we'll take LeBron off your hands. You get Moses Moody, you get 3 young players, one we know is established and really good, one that's super athletic and has a lot of potential, and a third one that could be a pretty good guard for you. Are you, as the GM of the Lakers, are you saying that sounds like a pretty good trade? Or are you like, it's LeBron James, we're not giving up LeBron?
I'm not. I think it's probably more the latter, but I think the Warriors could look at it and say, well, look what happened when we added Kevin Durant.
Right.
We won 2 championships. If we could add LeBron James, he's probably got 2 years left, right? And he played at a very high level this past year with the team we have in our system. Maybe we could win 2 more championships.
Interesting.
Right?
If you're the Warriors, are you seeking out LeBron? We know he wants to play with Steph. I think Steph would love to play with LeBron. Here's the thing. The Warriors are a very, very intelligent system. They require you to have a very high basketball IQ. They picked Wiseman, James Wiseman, with the 2nd pick. He didn't work out. He got traded and actually was a pretty good player. I believe he was on the Pistons, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. He actually turned out to be a pretty good player for the Pistons, but he wasn't exactly at the IQ that Steve Kerr is expecting of his players. Yeah. LeBron could be arguably the highest basketball IQ in the history of the NBA. Yeah.
He's probably not going to be handling the ball the same way he did for the Lakers.
He doesn't need to. He also doesn't need to be a primary player.
Curry is going to be handling the ball.
Right.
He's not going to be a point. He's like a point forward for the Lakers. Here, he's not going to be that for the Warriors.
You also don't need him to shoot threes. You don't need him to be a spot-up shooter. He could just be a great passer, which he is.
He can't shoot the 3 anymore.
No, he doesn't shoot the 3 very well. But I'm saying, like, he could be a tremendous passer, which he is. And when you need him to, he's unstoppable when he drives the ball. So you have a guy who's unstoppable driving the basketball, and you have a guy who's a tremendous passer. So you have an all-around player. The 3-ball, you already have enough threes. You got Draymond Green can hit shots. He's not a great 3-point shooter, but he has hit threes before.
No, he's a distributor now. He's big on assists.
No, he's a catalyst.
Assists and rebounds. That's Draymond Green's role these days.
But if you retain Jordan Poole, you have Jordan Poole, you have Klay Thompson, you have Steph Curry at the 3. You don't need more 3-point shooters. You even have Dante DiVincenzo who can get hot. I don't know if they'll keep him, but you have him as an option.
LeBron's a pretty good rebounder too.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the Warriors should seriously consider making a move for LeBron. If they would need to trade for him.
It keeps LeBron on the West Coast. I'm pretty sure he wants to stay on the West Coast.
I would agree with that. It's good for his business. And that originally when he went to the Lakers, it was about promoting his brand, which, I guess a lot of people didn't like because you went there to play basketball. He did win a chip eventually, but if I'm the Warriors, I'm seriously thinking about, saying, hey, we can get LeBron James. We can give up players that we don't play in key moments, and we get arguably the greatest basketball player of all time.
Well, maybe the Lakers wouldn't take that.
That's what I'm saying.
Getting Wiggins would be big. But the Lakers will have to go get someone else too. Right, I don't think that would be. You may need to
add picks or something as well in there, maybe.
I don't know.
But I don't think it's an absurd take at all to say, "Hey, LeBron to the Warriors." I mean, think about it. They went for Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant apparently did not care about his image because he just got reverse swept. He got reverse gentleman swept the prior year. In that prior season, he was up 3-1 against the 73-win Warriors. The Warriors come back on him. And then the Warriors go and ask KD, you want to join? And KD says, sure, I'll join you guys. You guys just destroyed us in the playoffs.
No, it's similar to that. I think it's similar to, except the Lakers did beat the Warriors in this playoff series. It's kind of the opposite. But I think that an analogy to Durant joining the Warriors is similar to LeBron joining them. They could see him stepping in there, being the missing piece. And that could take him to another championship or 2. Right.
Except, like, the problem is...
maybe they will make a pitch for him.
The difference is the Warriors went to KD. LeBron has openly campaigned that he wants to play with Steph. It's the question of, will the Warriors actually do that? Because they're already sacrificing the entirety of their franchise on 3 players, 3 aging players that may, depending on each of the players, could have between a year to maybe 3-4 years, depending on, how they seem next year. So if they're already banking on saying, hey, we're a win-now team, we've been a win-now team for a couple of years, let's just go all in and just try to figure this out. They may add Jordan Poole to this. Who knows?
Maybe they swap Poole for Moody.
Maybe, but then you're really banking on Curry, Clay, Draymond, and LeBron to shut teams out and just hope your bench doesn't choke the game away. That's what the Suns had a problem with.
Yeah, that's pretty good for players out on the court at one time, right?
I would completely agree.
Very good. And Looney is not bad either in terms of a
He's a great rebounder.
Yeah.
He's not great offensively, though. That's the big thing. He's not good on the offense. So I don't think...
How many years does Anthony Davis have left with the Lakers?
I'm not too sure. I'll look it up quickly, but I don't think LeBron necessarily loves Anthony Davis right now, because I think when they were together originally, I think they were a great pair, both trying to prove something, both trying to win a championship. So they pushed really hard, and it was a bubble year, so I don't know if you want to,
That championship in the bubble year, I think ought to have an asterisk on it. There was nobody in the crowd.
It wasn't under normal circumstances.
They played it all on one court.
Right.
Yeah, there was no home or away. It was, I don't know, that was odd.
He is a unrestricted free agent in 2025.
Oh,
so he's
he
got
doesn't have that many more
left?
years. 2 more years. Yeah.
Same as LeBron, except LeBron's is
they may try to unload him at
option.
the end of next year, right? So you could get something for him.
Maybe. I think that would be interesting to say the least, whether or not, because this year, he actually had a pretty good playoffs. I think he averaged a double-double, wasn't too bad, but LeBron to the Warriors, I don't think it's absurd. Will it happen? I'm not sure. But could it happen? I think the Warriors should seriously think about it. Get some IQ in there, get some consistency. A guy 38 years old in year 20 just averaged a triple-double with a 30-point triple-double. He could still play.
Yeah.
And at a very high level, like a career level right now. Like peak LeBron James puts up these numbers.
Yeah.
And he's doing it at age 38, year 20.
It's amazing. He's an amazing player. That's for sure.
1,000%. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, if you want to check out the full episode, make sure you click the I in the top right-hand corner right now. If you want to listen to this show anywhere you go, make sure you go to anchor.fm/The Harvey Hour or anywhere you get your podcasts.